Close your eyes and use your imagination to see yourself in a dungeon. You're a prisoner, and you only have a few hours left to live before the authorities are going to crucify you. All sorts of regrets fill your mind. Why did I fight? Why did I murder that man? You try to put your thoughts aside, but the anticipation of death ahead seems to cloud and darken your mind. Nothing seems to take away the agony and utter devastation you feel. You joke with the others in your cell that today is your big day. But everything within you is screaming for a way out. You wonder how you're going to face your family and friends. You begin to pray for a brave heart, but end up screaming inwardly for God to forgive you and get you out of this mess. Heaven seems to be close to you, and you decide if there really is a God, and either He is sleeping or He doesn't hear prayers from a waster like you. You feel as though your head is going to explode with the heaviness of your thoughts. But at that precise moment, the door is opened and your jailer tells you it's time for you to leave. You get up to walk out of your cell, but your legs give way from under you. You stumble across the room, knowing that this will be the last walk you will ever take. As you reach the entrance to the cell, you are told you are to be taken to see the governor. You don't understand why, but think this must be one of their procedures before your ultimate journey's end. Dying on a rough tree they call a cross. Your heart is beating wildly as you walk into the governor's room. He takes one look at you and says, "You are free to go." Free to go? What do you mean? How can this be? I am due to be crucified today. The governor's reply seems to echo throughout the prison. You are free because someone else took your place. He was crucified instead of you. You can hardly take the words in. Your heart is thumping in your chest. So many questions fill your mind. Why did someone else die in my place? Why am I being given the right to live? Relief floods through your whole being. You are alive. You are no longer condemned to die. All your guilt has been cancelled out. You are free. You quickly leave the prison and run into the fresh air. You look at the grass, the trees, the leaves, the sky. Thankfulness and joy floods your being as you fill your lungs with fresh, pure air. You suddenly see 3 crosses. You run out of the city to the hill called Golgotha. And there, in the middle of two thieves, is the man who took your place. Above his torn and bruised body is the inscription, Jesus, the King of the Jews. You look at his bloodied feet and hands, where crude metal has brutally nailed them to the tree. You see his back, where it looks as though he's been whipped dozens of times, until his back is like a ploughed field. You look at his head, pierced with thorns, until the blood is constantly running down his face. You look into his eyes, and inwardly you gasp, because you are surprised at what you see. Instead of fear and anger, you see love and forgiveness. He looks straight at you and seems to know who you are. In the depth of his pain, he seems to smile and say, "It's okay, it's okay." You turn away, and with tears in your eyes, you shout to the skies, "God, it should have been me. It should have been me. This man has done nothing. It should have been me."